Welcome back to Gear Shift Hubit. Today, we're diving deep into a machine that carries the spirit of the open road, cloaked in stealth and simplicity. This is the 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom. It's not flashy, not aggressive, and it's definitely not trying to prove anything. And that's exactly what makes it so special. The Phantom is back, and this time, it's smoother, cleaner, and darker than ever. For over a decade, the Shadow Phantom has held a quiet yet unshakable presence in the cruiser world. It's the kind of bike that doesn't scream for attention but ends up drawing it anyway. And in 2025, Honda decided to honor that legacy not by overhauling it but by refining it. What you get is a modern classic, a blacked-out, low-slung V-twin cruiser that brings timeless appeal with just the right touch of modern upgrades. At the core of the Shadow Phantom is a 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine that delivers a healthy dose of torque and a buttery-smooth ride. This engine has been a workhorse in Honda's lineup for years, and in this latest form, it continues to shine. It produces around 45 horsepower and approximately 47 pound-feet of torque, delivered through a 5-speed gearbox and Honda's famously low-maintenance shaft drive. It's not the kind of power that's going to set your hair on fire, but it's exactly what this bike needs. Smooth, linear, and relaxed are perfect for cruising the boulevard or stretching your legs on a scenic highway run. Power delivery is immediate but not overwhelming, making it ideal for both newer riders and seasoned cruisers who want a laid-back experience. The torque hits early in the rev range, giving you plenty of pull without needing to wring the throttle. Whether you're launching from a stoplight or rolling on the throttle in fourth gear, the Phantom delivers with quiet confidence. The fuel injection system ensures crisp throttle response, even at altitude or in varying temperatures. And with Honda's engineering, reliability is a given. You could ride this thing cross-country without a second thought. Ergonomically, the Phantom is incredibly inviting. The seat height is just 25.8 inches, making it super accessible for shorter riders, yet the roomy cockpit and mid-mounted controls accommodate taller riders with ease. The handlebars have a subtle sweep that pulls back just enough for comfort without compromising control. You sit in the bike, not on it, giving you that true cruiser feel. Long rides don't feel like a chore thanks to the well-padded seat and relaxed riding triangle. Honda's goal here was to make a bike that feels good the moment you throw a leg over it, and they've nailed it. Let's talk design. The 2025 Phantom stays true to its name. Matte black everything: engine, frame, exhaust, forks, wheels up. It all comes together in a uniform, stealthy aesthetic that looks like it rolled out of a graphic novel. Even the new LED headlight is framed in a blackout housing, giving the front end a sharper, more aggressive stare. For this model year, Honda introduced subtle enhancements in finish quality. Paints are deeper, metallic flakes are finer, and the branding is more integrated. No big chrome badges or shouty decals suggest the clean, cohesive look that feels intentional and premium. The minimalist tank is still here, beautifully contoured with a slim profile and subtle logo work. The fenders hug the tires tightly, especially the rear, creating that classic bobber silhouette. And the side-mounted speedometer adds to the bike's clean lines, keeping the handlebars uncluttered. While the Phantom doesn't come overloaded with tech, that's kind of the point. It's about stripping things back to the essentials. Riding for the experience, not the gadgets. Lighting gets a welcome upgrade. The new LED setup includes the headlamp, taillight, and turn signals, all brighter, more energy efficient, and more stylish than ever before. They also add a contemporary feel without looking out of place. It's the perfect blend of old-school attitude and modern visibility. Mirrors are round, classic, and unobtrusive. The instrument cluster is still analog, which purists will appreciate, and it features a basic LCD screen for odometer and trip functions. No TFT, no Bluetooth, no touch screen suggests the raw connection between you, the throttle, and the open road. One of the Phantom's underrated features is its shaft drive. Unlike chain or belt-driven cruisers, the shaft drive requires almost no maintenance, no cleaning, no tensioning. Just smooth, quiet power delivery that lasts for tens of thousands of miles. This is part of the reason so many riders have kept their Phantoms for years, so they're just that reliable. You fuel up, you ride, and that's about it. Speaking of fuel, the 2025 model retains its 3.9-gallon tank, and thanks to the efficient V-twin, you can expect real-world mileage to hover around 50 miles per gallon. That gives you a cruising range of over 180 miles between fill-ups, and more than enough for day rides, weekend trips, or the daily commute. And when it's time to stop, the bike's 296mm front disc and rear drum brake get the job done. ABS comes standard for added safety, which is a welcome touch, especially for new riders or those hitting the road in varied conditions. Handling-wise, the Shadow Phantom is more nimble than it looks. The bike's relatively short wheelbase and low center of gravity make it easy to maneuver at low speeds. It's an excellent city bike, threading through traffic and sliding into tight parking spots without fuss. Out on the open road, it tracks straight, holds its line in corners, and feels planted thanks to its 550-pound wet weight. The suspension setup of 41mm front forks and dual rear shocks is tuned for comfort rather than sportiness, but it still offers decent feedback and control. Now let's talk numbers. The 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom starts at around $8,399, which is impressive when you consider what you're getting: a liquid-cooled V-twin, shaft drive, ABS, LED lighting, and a build quality that's second to none in its segment. There aren't many bikes out there in this price range that offer this level of finish, this kind of character, and Honda's bulletproof reliability. It's a cruiser that doesn't try too hard, doesn't overpromise, and absolutely delivers. As far as competitors go, you might be looking at something like the Yamaha Bolt or even the Harley-Davidson Iron 883, although the latter is no longer in production. And while those bikes certainly have their appeal, they also come with either higher maintenance costs or a rougher ride. The Shadow Phantom, by contrast, is all about ease. It's the cruiser you buy when you want to ride, not ranch. When you want style, but you don't want to sacrifice comfort or common sense. And when you want a bike that'll start every time you hit the button, no matter how long it's been parked. In a world where motorcycles are getting more complicated by the year, the 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom is a breath of fresh air. It's simple, elegant, and capable. It proves that a cruiser doesn't need massive horsepower, a screen full of ride modes, or $20,000 price tags to be cool. All it needs is soul, and this bike has it in spades. Whether you're a first-time buyer looking for your first real motorcycle, or a seasoned rider wanting a second bike for casual weekend rides, the Phantom checks all the right boxes. It's easy to ride, easy to own, and easy to fall in love with. And in the end, isn't that what a great motorcycle is supposed to do? Thanks for riding along with us here at Gear Shift Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom, hit that like button, subscribe for more two-wheeled reviews, and drop a comment. Would you ride a Phantom, or are you holding out for something else? Either way, ride safe, ride smart, and we'll catch you in the next one.